Are you fascinated with the Titanic like I am? If your answer is yes, stay tuned. I have something to show you, friends. Come. Hi, and welcome to my channel, Happy Princess. I am so happy to have you join me today. Today is a special episode that I would like to dedicate. It is about Titanic, and it's the original, about the people that were on Titanic and the wreckage. So I'd like to dedicate this video in remembrance to all the people who died on the Titanic, and remembering also the people who had survived, the whole story. I dedicate it to Titanic today. It is a month of April, and the ship sank on April 14th, 1912. I can't believe it's been so long. So I have been fascinated with the Titanic ever since I was a little girl, actually. I think I was in grade 5, no, maybe grade 6. And my first two books that I had first ordered for our book reading sessions in class were Titanic by National Geographic and Anne of Green Gables, which is another favorite story of mine. And so I have been hooked and fascinated since then. And when the amazing James Cameron came out with that beautiful movie in 1997, wow, that was amazing. Just the whole story and just the whole everything. It was well done. I've actually even watched other movies about Titanic. My father used to own a video store, and there were a couple ones. One I think was in the 1930s called Titanic, and then the other one was called Raising the Titanic. Yes, Raising the Titanic. And it obviously was made before they actually discovered it. Robert Ballard respectfully had discovered the Titanic, and they show that they lift the Titanic from the ocean floor and it's in one piece. So that's an interesting movie if you'd like to watch it. I believe it was called Raising the Titanic, and I think it was done in the early 80s, or not sure. But it's a great movie to watch if you'd like to watch that. So I have some items I'd like to show for you today, and a few of them have been purchased from the Titanic Museum. I've been to the Titanic. It was called the Traveling Titanic Museum, which came to Toronto twice. The first time I think it was the end of 1999, the year 1999, or the beginning of 2000. I'm not sure, but I'm leaning more towards the end of 1999. And then the second one was maybe 10 years ago or so. And that one was actually even grander. And I'll tell you, my friends, it was like you're walking on the ship. It was very sobering. The first thing you see when you enter, it was the round window on the side of the ship, and it was shattered. And I just don't want to spoil it for you, but I can tell you that there was a room that they reconstructed, which looked like one of the bedrooms on the third floor. You see the bunk beds and the living condition, and you actually could hear the sound of the propeller. It was quite loud, actually. Imagine hearing that noise while you're trying to fall asleep. So if I don't think there's a traveling museum now in Canada anymore. I don't know if I'm wrong, but someone can comment and let me know. But I think it's now just based in the U.S., respectfully. So if you are anywhere close to the Titanic Museum, I really suggest you go take a look. So let's get started, shall we? The first item actually is not from the museum. We found it at a store which I love to shop at. It's called Winners. And if you zoom in here, you will actually see it says Titanic, London, 1912. And it's a very heavy, substantial piece. I would say it's maybe 19 inches long, high, not sure. But it's made of brass and it is heavy. And it is quite loud, so just to give you an idea, and I'm being very light with that. It'll definitely wake up your neighbors. So that's the first bell. And we almost missed out on this because the first time I went to Winners, they were selling this one. And I walked around and I was on a fence about it because it was not exactly cheap. And then my husband said, well, if you really want it, Grace, just go get it. And as I was walking towards the aisle, someone was already walking around with it, and I kicked myself for not getting it. But luckily, a couple months later, we went to another Winners store, and we found one. So I was really excited about that, and we purchased it, and it's actually propped in our dining room. And I really like it. Some people call it a handbell, or some people call it a captain's bell. You be the judge. So that's my first piece I'd like to share with you. The second piece was purchased at the Titanic Museum gift shop, and it's a replica of a toothpaste jar, and I believe it may have been from the first class section of the ship. And it's a heavy ceramic piece. So it's called Cherry Toothpaste, patronized by the Queen. So it's ahead of the Queen, I believe, there. Like that. And when you open it, I guess you have to dip something in it and apply it to your toothbrush. And then in the back, you will see there, it's an artifact, authentic Titanic artifact collection. It's a replica of that. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I picked that up. Can't remember how much it cost, but whatever it was. How often will that museum show up again? And my second item, I need to get my little display here. Ta-da! It is a replica of the second class dinner plate. And as you can see, the very pretty mosaic on the plate, vivid color. And you see the White Star logo in the middle. It's a actually, real ceramic is actually quite heavy. Now you will see the price tag on the back. I left it there on purpose because it actually it says on that label, it's second class. And you'll see it says the authentic Titanic artifact collection replica. So had to get that. Got that. So let's see if it cooperates with me. And I think it will. Yes. Very good. Now, the other item is not from the museum, but I used to have a National Geographic, like I said, was one of my first books, Titanic. But I found this one, and it's from also National Geographic, but it's a collector edition. I lost my other one because I borrowed it. Well, actually, I lent it to someone to borrow, and I never got it back. It's okay. And you can see the nice shot of the ship front here, and the ocean floor with the objects there. And I'll quickly, just quickly, open this book and just flip through the pages. And you can see, I'm sure I can get a good shot there. The submergibles and really beautiful quality photos. And really, look at that. Can you see that? There might be a little bit of glare. So that's just a little sample of what's in this book. Now I have this, I'm dedicating this one to Titanic. I do have the movie related Titanic articles I'd like to share with you one day. That'll be another episode. This will be on the authentic replicas. So that's that book there. I will set that right over here. And my last piece is very special to me. And I'll tell you, yes, it is a piece of jewelry. My husband and I, when we went to the Traveling Titanic Museum at the Ontario Science Centre here in Toronto, Ontario, we were almost had completed the whole tour. And I was stunned by this beautiful, sparkling object. And it brought me to tears because I thought this belonged to someone and it has a story. And we don't know if it actually was going to be brought to someone in America or if it belonged to someone that was on the ship already. And I'm going to try to hold back the tears. But when I found out that it was in the gift shop, when the lady there showed me, I thought, wow, I have to get it. And it's this here. It's a ring. And imagine that. That's huge. Imagine 3 genuine diamonds. It sparkled and danced like you wouldn't believe. And it was in a thickened glass case. And also, there was another piece that I don't want to cry, but it's it was a little pouch with perfume vials in it, and it was an individual, I guess, was going to come to America to start his or her career. I can't remember. And it was perfume bottles still intact. And I believe it was James Cameron who had mentioned it actually in the documentary, in one of the documentaries I've seen, that it looks so rough and spoiled and whatnot when they pulled it up, and when they actually opened those vials, it made him cry because it was like time stood still. It still smelled beautiful. This beautiful aroma came out of these little vials after so many years. So I thought that was really touching. So that's sad. I'm gonna leave that here. I'll take another little shot of that. Whoever had purchased that ring had a lot of money. So this is my tribute to Titanic, to the people that were on, those special, important people that were on that ship. So I keep these as a remembrance, a tribute to them. And I also would like to say I thank you for watching this video, and please join me on this journey on my channel together. I hope you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Also, I'd like to say, you will see from time to time, I will be posting the exact same videos, but in the Italian language. I do have friends and family that enjoy watching these videos, but unfortunately don't understand English. So I thought, instead of subtitling it, I do speak Italian, and it's distracting to have the subtitling. It's more enjoyable that way. So you will see those same content, but in Italian. And another thing I would like to say is my heart and my prayers, my thoughts, our thoughts, my husband and mine, as I'm sure all of you are all thinking about this difficult time that we're all going through with the virus. So my heart is going out to all those people who have lost their loved ones, who are ill, who are one way or another being affected by this horrible situation. And I just say my heart goes out to you. Let's be strong. We're in this together. I pray that everything gets better. And I send you a virtual hug, hugs, and a big kiss to all of you. And again, I wish you happiness, friends. Stay tuned for my next episode, and take care. Bye for now.